Hey there, groovy people. The 1970s wasn't just about wild fashion and disco beats. It had its own language too. If you were living back then, you probably had a whole list of slang that felt as natural as saying hello. From funky to far out, these phrases captured the unique vibe of the decade. So let's take a journey back and explore 20 iconic 1970s slang words that faded with time. Get ready to bring back some retro lingo. If something was truly awesome, it was far out. The phrase wasn't just an exclamation, but a whole vibe that said, this is cool and kinda mind-blowing. A way to say see you later, with style. This phrase was mostly used by people in radio or DJs, inspired by flipping records to the other side. It's got that breezy, laid-back energy the 70s were all about. Skinny wasn't just a body type, it meant the inside scoop or the latest gossip. If someone had the skinny on something, they had all the juicy details. When it was time to hit the dance floor, everyone said it was time to boogie. This became a rallying cry for fun and dancing, especially with the rise of disco. Your crib wasn't just a baby's bed, it was where you lived. And if you had a cool setup, your friends would call it a pretty sweet crib. This word took root in hip-hop culture later on, but the 70s put it on the map. When someone said something ridiculous, you'd fire back with dream on. This was a polite way to tell someone to get real and stop dreaming. If you played a prank on someone, you'd follow it up with a quick psyche to let them know it was all a joke. It was the original just kidding before that became a thing. If someone was acting like a fool or talking nonsense, they were a jive turkey, a little silly, a little out there. It was perfect for calling out someone without being too harsh. A stone fox was someone who was just undeniably attractive. It was the ultimate compliment, saying this person was strikingly beautiful or handsome. If someone was a stone fox, they had that magnetic vibe. More than just a dance move, get down meant to let loose and have fun. If you were getting down, you were partying or just having a good time in general. If you liked something or agreed with someone, you'd say, I dig it. It was the perfect phrase for showing appreciation, interest, or just saying, I get you. Funky was all about style and uniqueness. Whether it was music, a look, or a person, if they had that quirky, cool edge, they were funky. The word could also describe something that was strange or unexpected, but in a good way. This phrase was more than a question. It was almost like saying, you feel me? It asked for confirmation in the coolest way possible. And if the answer was yes, you were on the same wavelength. Used to express approval, cool beans was a way to say awesome in the most chill manner possible. It was like an extra laid-back way of saying you were into something. If you wanted to say you totally agreed with something, you'd say right on. It showed approval, excitement, and encouragement all in one phrase, especially when someone said something you really felt. Something that was out of sight was beyond awesome. It was just mind-blowingly cool. This phrase had some serious punch and made everything sound more exciting. This one was all about perseverance, like saying hang in there or keep going. Inspired by trucker culture and the open road, it became a popular way to say, don't give up. If you wanted to make a quick exit, you'd burn rubber, like peeling out in your car and leaving skid marks. It gave a dramatic, fast-paced flair to saying you were leaving in a hurry. If something was disappointing, you'd say what a bummer. The phrase was an empathetic way to say that's too bad or that sucks, giving it a sympathetic 70s touch. When something shocked or overwhelmed you, you'd freak out. This was the all-purpose term for anything surprising, exciting, or just plain intense. And there you have it, 20 classic 70s slang words that deserve a comeback. These phrases captured the free-spirited, adventurous energy of the decade, adding flair to everyday conversations. Next time you're chatting with friends, throw in a far out or dig it and watch the smiles roll in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite 70s slang in the comments below.